All right, so we've all been there. You start out coding, you're on some like Codecademy, you're feeling real good about things, you're learning all this stuff left and right, and then all of a sudden recursion comes up. And you're like, what? A function inside of a function? I haven't finished defining that function. How am I going to go further? Well, CatStack is here to help you. So, for my Stackathon project, I created a phaser game called CatStack Adventures. CatStack is the adventures of Pusheen, the cat, trying to find their way through the cat stack. And over here you can see there's a little backstory. Pusheen's kittens have gotten stuck in a binary search tree. In an attempt to save them, she has traveled through dimensions and found herself in the cat stack, a two-dimensional, singly directed plane of existence. Her motives are pure, but her recursion skills are very poor. She may never make it through the cat stack without your help. Your job is to make sure all functions are written bug-free to help Pusheen execute her way through the cat stack and find her kittens. Make sure to have your base case in place and function calls in order. Then hit execute and see Pusheen on her way. So we start and we have this little menu. It tells you what it is that you're actually building for the first time. And I thought the logical place to start would, of course, be a simple countdown loop, since there's only one chain of actions added to the call stack in real recursion, not in cat stack recursion. And the user is able to drag these functions around. And so most users would probably start and just be like, well, what happens if I just hit execute? And to their dismay, max cat is exceeded. But it's OK. They get another shot. And maybe this time they think, oh, well, why don't I just return straight out of the call stack? And they put this in this order. Maybe they speed it up a little bit, because if you're like me, you don't have time when you're trying to build this thing on a deadline. And oh, you didn't use recursion at all. That's interesting. I guess recursion needs to go down these various layers. But when you get to the bottom, you need some sort of statement to tell you not to keep going forward. Well, there's this if over here. Maybe that could be of some amount of help. So you get your function calls in order, and you hit execute. And there you go. Pusheen made it. Pusheen's going. Pusheen's on a roll. And Pusheen has made it through the cat stack. And so currently, the next level is in development. So you just get this very sad little message. Right now I'm working on the Fibonacci sequence, which is a lot harder to visualize on a two-dimensional plane because there's a lot of stuff going on there. But I guess that would be one of the future things that's current. I actually do have it in development right now. And aside from that, I feel like one of the things I would really like to add to the display is when you first start on level 1, probably having like arrows pointing that say like what it is you're supposed to drag and where, and probably putting limitations on these function calls, because right now you can just like take them straight off the plane entirely. And there is a little smirky thing to be like, your function did not execute properly, but it doesn't actually just like forbid it entirely. And I think that would be a really great feature. And this is kind of mostly inspired by when I was learning recursion. There was this video where this person talks you through the call stack, and there's this like visualizer where you actually see the functions popping up onto the call stack. And I felt like actually seeing that there was a process happening behind the scenes made it a lot easier. And I thought, well, if a boring little animation could do it, why not some cats running across the screen super fast? And there you go.